Thank you so much, Madam Chair, and it's an honor to be here with you this morning, and I enjoyed it when we had the opportunity to be the chair and ranking member on the Readiness Subcommittee in the Armed Services Committee. And I think since we both serve on not only this committee, but the Armed Services Committee, I want to echo your commitment to making sure that we address the problems that have been identified by the internal report, by the GAO report, and that this must end to make sure that we can do what's right for those that we have left behind and bring them home. It's an honor to be here. As you know, the Soldier's Creed includes the following words: I will never leave a fallen comrade. These words are memorialized and memorized by our soldiers, are just as true for our entire nation. Coming from a military family, and as I mentioned, as a member of the Armed Services Committee, I am determined, as I know the chair is as well, to make sure that our nation does not waver from this solemn vow. That's why today's hearing is so important. We have a solemn duty to recover the remains of our service members who made the ultimate sacrifice in distant battlefields to preserve our freedoms and our way of life. They have earned our enduring gratitude and stand as a lasting model of patriotism and courage to us all, and their sacrifice has directly contributed to the freedom and safety that we all enjoy today. That is why it is important that we live up to the words on the POW MIA flag: you are not forgotten. According to the Defense Prisoner of War and Missing Personnel Office, DPMO, we cannot account for over 73,000 Americans who served in World War II, 8,000 who served in the Korean War, 125 in the Cold War, and over 1,600 in the Vietnam War. There have been 37 American POWs since 1973, and all have been returned except one, Sergeant Bo Bergdahl. In my home state of New Hampshire, we are still waiting to learn the fate of 6 service members from the Vietnam War and 43 from the Korean War who remain unaccounted for. We entrust the Joint POW MIA Accounting Command to work on behalf of the American people to fulfill our moral obligation to find and bring home the remains of American heroes who served overseas. In light of the great trust that we place not only in you, General McKeague, but in each of you, I am incredibly disturbed, as the chair has mentioned, with not only the internal findings of the report that was done within the DOD, but with the recent GAO report. And I think the chair hit it well when she talked about the leadership weaknesses identified in the GAO report. But what bothered me most was reading about the petty squabbling between the 3 agencies in which each of you has been charged with leadership. That is not the way. That is not the way we do things. And we owe it not only to those fallen heroes that we need to bring home, to their families and to the American peoples, that the squabbling end, that we get to the bottom of this, that we understand that the resources that have been given to you, that as the chair mentioned, have increased, but the outcome has either stayed the same or decreased in terms of bringing our fallen heroes home, that we can do so much better. And, you know, having served on the Armed Services Committee and hearing about the disputes between your agencies, it really troubled me. So we've got to get to the bottom of this. And I want a commitment from each of you that this squabbling will end, that we will work together, that we will drive efficiencies to make sure that we're all working for the same result, and that is to bring our fallen heroes home, to be honest and truthful with their families, to make sure that their families know that they are not forgotten. And so the reports, they raise serious questions. I know the chair will have many important questions for all of you, as will I. And I want to thank each of you for being here today. And we need to walk out of here knowing, I know this will be one hearing, but I think this will be one of many to make sure that we get this right. Thank you.